So with this particular video, we will be talking about testing, unit testing specifically, and how do we do it in Angular. But to start with, I think it's going to be a great idea that we only talk about unit testing and how do we done it in JavaScript, and then we can extend our discussion into the unit testing, doing it in Angular. Now to do this, I'm just going to start by creating a folder right here, call it testing, and I'll just log in into the testing and make another folder right here. So make it like basic JavaScript testing, or maybe just make it basic JS. I'll just log in into this particular folder and we'll just try and open up this in the code editor. So what do we really want to test? We just wanted to test a JavaScript function right here, and to understand like how this is done. So let's make a simple function here. We'll call it as let's call it app.js, and that's what we start with, and make a function which is kind of multiply values, and it's going to take in an x and a y value. Remember, there are no types in JavaScript here again, and I'm going to return here x into y. So this is the kind of app that we really want to kind of very simple function, but we'll know on how to do it. Now to run this, actually we will need two things here. We'll need what we call as a test runner, and we'll need a testing library. So I'll first talk about the testing library, and the most popular one that I know about is Jasmine in JavaScript. And you can go down to the get started section right here. I'm just onto the wrong page. Not this Jasmine. Just searching for Jasmine JavaScript. Oops. And yeah, this one. So this is the testing library. It has kind of this format. So what I'll do is I'll just kind of pick up the first test case from here, and I'll tell you what this really means as well. So I'm going to create a new file or a new folder called test maybe, and in this I'll just create a new file called app underscore spec.ts, and it's kind of JS, and it's kind of common to have a spec extension to write test cases, right? So we can identify the spec with test cases right here. So just kind of print this, copy and paste this here, and it just basically means it creates a suite which can have multiple test cases. As of now, it has only one test case, which is described by an if statement, like what it does, and the function that you really want you to test the expectations against the result. Now in this particular case, we have got the true to be true, which is going to always run fine, but we're going to write one more right here, which is it, and use the same syntax. So I'm just going to type in here 2 into this value should result into 6, and I'm going to create another function right here, which is where we'll write the actual test cases. Now remember, you got to expect your result to be matching your expectation. So I'm expecting let's just call the function first of all. So let's type in here where the result is, now it's going to multiply, and we're going to multiply 5,6 maybe, and so I really want to expect 30. Right, I mean expect the result rather to be 30. So this is my test case for testing up my test case right here. This is about the library. That's where we have Jasmine. Now Jasmine is not the only sole library. There are so many other libraries right here. So we have written this in Jasmine, but there's Chai, there's Mocha, there is a lot many other libraries. Right, we'll see when we do it in Angular as well. Now, so the library code is done, but we just need, because JavaScript is going to run on the browser, we need kind of simulation environment where we can run up these test cases. So to do this, I'm going to open up the command terminal right here and make use of Karma, which happens to be one of the most popular test runners, and it is still used in Angular, latest versions these days. So we'll possibly be able to look around as far as Karma is concerned also. So type in here Karma, and I already have it installed. You can install it using npm install -g karma. I've already done it, so I can just go ahead and just check the version of this particular piece. Now the version comes out to be something like this, and we have it installed. So I can just type here an initialization command for Karma. This is going to create a configuration file. So as you see, it's going to ask me for which framework. So remember, we are using Jasmine, and it's kind of default Jasmine here because it's most popular. And then we have Mocha, we have QNet, we have so many other options right here. So I'll just choose Jasmine. It's going to ask me a series of questions. Required yes, no. Which browser? So I have Chrome installed. I'll just choose Chrome. You can choose the options from here, or you can even write your own browser name if you really want. And then which files do you really want to test? Now, which is the file that I really want to test? Which is the location of your source and test files? I can specify this pattern. I'll possibly do it this later, right? So I just want the default options, and hopefully it generates this karma conf JS over here itself. Now, so this contains all the options, and I should be able to run up the files right here. Now, what are the files that I'm going to look out to test? So I just want to test the app.js file and the test cases. So this is kind of the source file, right? Source that I really want to test. And then there is going to be another one, which is the test cases, or the file that contains the test cases, right? So these are contained in, I can specify a pattern here as well. So I can just write that any subfolder, maybe this type star star right here, or a slash star star slash. This signifies a a folder, and then I can write star spec.js. So it doesn't really matter like what you have here, but any subfolder which is going to contain any file starting with anything and contains at the end spec.js. So that's what test cases should be. Now, so we have got the configuration all set, but the problem is we need to have packages right here, like Karma and all those libraries installed here itself. To do this, I'm just going to type in here npm init generate a package JSON right here. So notice this will generate a package JSON, and we'll kind of install some dependencies in this package JSON. Now, to start with, we'll just install npm install -save -dev, because these are development time concerns. You don't really run testing in your production environments. And then I'm going to type in here Karma Jasmine. We'll also do Jasmine here, and Karma Chrome launcher. Right, I might need more, I'm not really sure, so I'm just kind of going ahead with this as of now. And let's see, it's kind of installs all of them. So once the libraries are installed, our application is pretty much ready. We just need to learn how to write or how to start using the karma-conf file. And well, this might take a while, so just be a little patient. Now this should set us a good, understanding on when we do it on the Angular itself, because with Angular also we are going to do pretty much the same thing. Of course, there is some bit of APIs that are going to be added, but overall conceptually the whole picture remains almost the same. All right, so let it build, and it's done right here almost. And you notice all the packages here. Now I think I can just issue the command and run the test case. Now to run test case, I just need to run karma star. It's going to take in the karma-conf.js. It's like convention over configuration again. With file name is just assumed to be karma-conf.js, and I'll start this. So the moment I do this, it's well, taking a little while. But this is definitely going to read all this configuration right here. Remember, everything is just here. So we needed a Karma Chrome launcher because we are testing on the Karma browser, and we have the test files and the files. The library file is already here. You can of course add, for example, you wanted to change the reporters format for your, you know, for your test cases, you can just use something, you know, else apart from the progress, and it's kind of completely configurable file apart from the initial structures that you generate. Right. So I hope. I mean, I'm just waiting for this to finish yet, and make you see the. I'll just kind of stop this and run it again. Maybe it's just stuck somewhere. Oops, not happening. The installation went fine. Okay, so I mean, this is the bare bones structure. Maybe when we start on the Angular, next, I'll talk more about this, testing part. Will possibly fix the error, and if it's just about time, I'll just let you know what really went wrong. So I'll just say see you in the next video. Thanks for watching.